Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are hale and hearty at your homes. And this is our EVS class. So, students, as you know, that we have started chapter number 4 of our EVS book, and the name is Communication. Chapter number 4 of our EVS book, a main course book, we have started Communication chapter. In the previous videos, we have discussed the tools of communication that through which modes of communication we can use to talk with our friends, and then we learned about the communication, what is communication, why do we need communication. Then we also saw some examples of communication. Then mass communication, we discussed that there are two types of communication. One is mass communication and second is personal communication. So mass communication is a communication that is for the large number of people. For example, news जो TV पे आती हैं, that is for large number of people at one time. So people all over the country watch the news. So this is an example of mass communication. And then personal communication, the communication between only two persons, is called personal communication. For example, these are the two neighbors and they are talking with each other, and only two people are involved in this conversation, so this means this is a personal conversation. So then in the previous videos we have discussed about the examples of mass communication and then personal communication. And then we also discussed that how do we communicate. We can communicate through different ways. One is by speaking, by listening, through expressions, and by drawing, by typing, sending emails. These all are the types of communication that in which ways we can talk with others. By reading, we can also, this is also a mode of communication. Through gestures, hand movements, gestures means our hand movements, and by writing and sending letters. And then we also learned about the different face expressions. In the previous video we discussed about the this expression, the girl is showing an angry face. So confused, question mark means confused, then scared, happy, sad. And today we will discuss about the difference between the communication in past times and the present time. We will learn that how communication in these days is different from the past days. So firstly, communication in today's time. Let us read. Communication was very different earlier. In the previous times, communication was very different from nowadays. Over time, humans invented different ways to communicate. With the time means over time, just as the time passes, humans invent ह्यूमन ने इन्वेंट, इंसान ने इन्वेंट किए हैं डिफरेंट वेज टू कम्युनिकेट, डिफरेंट वेज टू टॉक विद अदर्स. अर्लियर पीपल यूज्ड टू राइट लेटर्स टू ईच अदर. In the previous times, what people do for communication, they use letters. They used to write letters to their friends and family members. Today we have a number of ways to communicate, but these days, as you know, we have different ways of communicate. So today the world is just a phone call away. Yes, we can easily talk on phones today. Today the world is just a phone call away. Means हम सिर्फ phone call की बात है. अगर एक number dial करेंगे तो phone हम we can talk with our friends and relatives in anywhere, wherever they are sitting. Like if they are in another country, we are in India and they are living in another country, they are just a phone call away from us. We can dial a number to get information from any part of the world. We just need to dial a number to get information from the any part of the world. We can make video calls. Yes, we can make video calls. We can call through phones. हम phones पे video calls के through बात करते हैं with our friends and family members who are living apart from us, and talk to people sitting in different countries. Yes. Let us learn about some old and new methods of communication. Today we will discuss some of the old and the new methods of communication. So in the past time, communication was very difficult. In the previous times there was not so much use of technology. Technology इतनी invent नहीं हुई थी. So it was very difficult to talk with others. तो लोग क्या करते थे, दे यूज़ डिफरेंट वेज टू टॉक. पहले जब मैसेज एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाना होता था तो इट टेक्स सो मच टाइम, इट टेक्स मंथ्स एंड ईयर्स. ये इनको मैसेज कन्वे करने में फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर बहुत टाइम लग जाता था. मीन्स मंथ्स भी लग जाते थे, महीने भी, हफ्ते, बहुत सारे आवर्स, ऐसे इतना टाइम लग जाता था टू ट्रांसफॉर्म द मैसेज. But today we can easily talk anywhere with anyone just through a phone call. So as now you can, I think, understand that with technology की इतनी advancement हो गई है that we can easily talk with our friends anywhere in the world by just dialing a number through our mobile phones. So communication in these days is very easy.